when we talk about peak performance, we are talking about the end result of something that has been done. So what are the elements of peak performance? The elements of peak performance are neuroteams, and we also talk about brains engagement. But there's something that we need to also touch on because it's very important. When we explain the elements or the issue of peak performance and neuroteams, we need to answer the question. And the big question is, why are teams dysfunctional? Because when you are having dysfunctional teams, it simply means that the team members are not in sync. They do not share the same, or they don't share the same vision or common goals. So we need to understand that, we need to unpack that. So when you talk about neuroteams, we're talking about brain-based, teams. I mean, like when it comes to how they perform and how they work together. And we're talking about elements of trust. And what is the neuroscience of trust? Because trust is the glue that puts teams together. It brings them together so that they can achieve that common goal. So I talk as well, once again, they're the three musketeers of peak performance. And I'm sure you would like to know about that, because when you lack these three musketeers of peak performance, you will never talk about peak performing teams. You will never talk about peak performance culture. So neuroteams are those teams that are able to understand each other, that are able to trust each other, that are able to be there for each other, and they call each other out when something goes wrong. But how do you then get to that level? That's what the neuroscience of neuroteams is all about. So are you willing to learn more about that, to learn more about neuroteams, to learn more about peak performance, not just as a wishy-washy thing, but something that is based on science, something that is based on data, something that is evidence-based? Because we've got all the technology now in place that is there to help us know in real time what is happening in the brain when certain tasks and certain activities are taking place. Then there's no guesswork here. We're talking about the real stuff. So you come here so that we work together in transforming your teams and your workplace from this place of mental darkness to mental light. And that dream can be realized. So let's go for it.